Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T here, and today we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of trailers. Call me a fucking truck driver, my friend, because I'm going to be hauling some motherfucking trailers. Movie trailers, that is, my friend. We have like fucking about 6 or 7 movie trailers to go through. I noticed that there was a abundance, a cornucopia, if you will. I don't know if I'm using that word right. Whatever. There was an abundance of movie trailers that dropped this week, and we have the Suicide Squad. We have the Candyman that finally dropped a fucking trailer and gave us some sort of information. Any of you all that follow me on social media, which y'all could see right here. No, wait, right here. I always forget that it's opposite. You can see right here. You can follow me at twitter.com/The Ryan.T Show or youtube.com/The Ryan.T Show or Instagram at The Ryan.T Show or on Facebook at The Ryan.T Show. But yeah, and if you follow me on any of those things, you would see that I have single-handedly been keeping this movie alive. I've been keeping Candyman alive. I want to take credit for them putting out this new trailer. Not because the movie's gonna come out in a month and a half, but because solely me, Ryan.T. I'm the one that got them to put this trailer out. I fucking wish, but yeah, I was hardcore, not talking shit, but kind of being a conspiracy theorist about why we hadn't heard anything about Candyman. I love horror movies, as you can see by my shirt. But I was really concerned about the Candyman movie because they weren't promoting it, and I noticed that the director of the film kind of deleted her social media accounts, and I noticed that nobody was promoting this, and none of the actors had any interviews about it or anything like that. And then I saw them release a new image, and then they released this trailer that we're gonna check out here in a little bit, and yeah, I was fucking stoked to find out that they finally released some fucking concrete, solid fucking information for Candyman, and I hope you ghouls and gals enjoyed the trailer. I haven't seen it yet, so you watching it right now is gonna be the first time watching it for me as well. But first, we're going to fucking check out the Suicide Squad trailer, the new Suicide Squad trailer. Let me just get my fucking headphones on. Yeah, they're wired because I live in the year 2008 and I still use wired headphones. I mean, I'm one of those old time people, dude. I think the wired headphones give you a better connection whenever you're doing computer stuff. I use the wireless ones when I'm on my phone and shit like that, but for some reason, whenever I'm gaming or whenever I'm gonna do something on my computer, I have them plugged in, man, so I know I got that stable connection. I got the headphone dick right there into the yeah, it's working, it's connected. Alright, let's check out this Suicide Squad trailer. Alright, we got Idris Elba right there, my guy. Oh shit, he's over there scrubbing the damn floor. That's cool. They're incorporating that he shot Superman in the chest with a kryptonite bullet, which comes out in the comics and stuff like that. So I don't want anybody out there in the comments being like, what? Superman got hurt by a bullet? He's the Man of Steel. Why would he get hurt by a bullet? It's a kryptonite bullet, you fucking idiot. That's why. And it's happened in the comics. And see the fucking movie, that Superman animated movie where he gets shot by, what's his name, the cyborg guy that hates him a lot. He has a kryptonite heart and he shoots him with the bullet, pa! And then Batman has to do fucking surgery on him and take the bullet out. Anyways, I'll shut up, let's watch the trailer. Everybody looks good. Harley Quinn looks good. That little update that they gave Harley Quinn looks amazing. I'm sorry I'm late, I had to take a shit. Classic Harley Quinn. Pete Davidson. Why does Pete Davidson have to be in this? I like that they kept all the parts that worked from the original Suicide Squad movie, and then they're just we're gonna drop everything else that didn't work. We're gonna drop Enchantress, and we're gonna drop Jared Leto Joker, so they dropped all of that. This looks amazing. This looks 10 million fucking times better than the original Suicide Squad. This trailer alone is 10 times better than what we got initially. So for that, this movie already wins. And it has John Cena. It has John Cena as Peacemaker. What else can you ask for? John Cena asking if the starfish stands for asshole is a cherry on the cake. Cherry on the pie. I like that they use Starro, because Starro is much like the Suicide Squad. He is a very unknown villain. I want to say for the most part that people that aren't aware of the comic books probably are not aware of Starro, and so they're gonna be like, whoa, fuck. I can already hear people that are just like solely fans of these movies of like the MCU and like the comic book movies are gonna be like, oh, they're copying Guardians of the Galaxy, they got James Gunn, and they got this Guardians of the Galaxy type fucking villain, which, no, Starro has always been in DC. This looks good. This looks good. I think this looks really good. I cannot fucking wait for this. I cannot fucking wait for this. This looks amazing. Honestly, this looks great, and the thing that I like about this movie is that they're honestly setting up that, like, most of these people are gonna fucking die. I was almost gonna say all of them, but not all of them are gonna die, because they have a, whatchamacallit,
Think, Mark!
I had a loss for words there. A Peacemaker series in the works with John Cena, so we know that he's gonna live. We know Harley Quinn's gonna live. We know those two people for sure are gonna live, but I think everybody else is probably gonna be fucked. I think for sure Pete Davidson's gonna die. I think for sure that Javelin guy is gonna fucking die. I think that Weasel thing is gonna fucking die. I think for the most part, like 90% or 80 to 90% of this team is gonna fucking die hardcore. So I think that's what's gonna end up fucking happening there. I'm so glad that they decided to redo the Suicide Squad and just add like new characters instead of like, well, they did take away elements from the first one, but they kept everything that worked. They kept the structure, and they took out the ugly carpet and the ugly fucking furniture and wallpaper and shit like that. And they fucking had a new interior decorator by the name of James Gunn come in and kind of just shoot his creative juices all over the fucking place and just smear it all over the face, neck, and chest of this movie. And it's so much better for that. It's so much better for that. Yeah, because David Ayer's Suicide Squad was not it. That film was like a fucking super long fucking music video that like didn't fucking even like connect well. It was like that, like it just didn't fucking work. And it was so fucking dark. Like they were literally fighting in the fucking dark, and they were just fighting like nameless villains that you didn't fucking care for. Nobody cared about the actual villain of the fucking film, which was the Suicide Squad. Like the Suicide Squad was its own villain, which was fucking stupid. And what was with fucking Cara Delevingne or Delevan or whatever the fuck her name is, eyebrows? What was with fucking eyebrows doing one of those? She was like she was doing that the whole fucking movie. That was fucking weird. And then she had this weird like semi-sexual relationship with her fucking brother. She was like, oh, brother. I'm like, woman, what am I watching? A step bro and step sis fucking video from fucking Pornhub or something? Get it to fucking together, Suicide Squad. And it seems like they fucking did. It looks like this is going to be really good. It looks like a giant leap forward for this franchise, for the DCU, or which they're calling the DC Multiverse now. I saw that on the HBO Max hub for the DC movies, and before it said the DC Extended Universe, and now it says the DC Multiverse. So I don't know if that's what they're calling their string of films now. I wonder if they're trying to get away from the DCU brand and they're going to be like, no, we're the DC Multiverse. I think that might be a thing whenever we see the Flash come into play. Speaking of the Flash, new images for Sasha Calle and Ezra Miller in the Flash, as well as Michael Keaton. They were all spotted on set, and this movie looks like it's going to be massive. It looks like it's going to be huge. It looks like it's going to be a big fucking movie. I cannot wait to see that movie either. I can't wait to see The Flash. But we're going to have to wait till 2022 for that to come out. And Andy Muschietti is directing that film. I don't know why I did that racist Italian accent, but I did. I'm sorry. Don't hashtag cancel me. But yeah, that's who's going to be. That's what's going to be coming out for DC so far. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Suicide Squad. And I also want to watch Batman The Long Halloween, which is also out. I might even do a review on that. Well, let's move on to our next trailer, which is Candyman. The trailer and film that I thought time almost forgot. Alright, let's get it started. This is where it all began. I haven't seen this, so this is interesting. I've been wanting to watch this. Ah, so they changed the origin story a little bit. It was about some guy who was like brutally beat down by the police and killed. I like the aesthetic for this film, like all the like cutout pictures and stuff like that. That's cool. I like that. I like that Candyman isn't just one sole person. That Candyman like is kind of like a spirit that embodies like other people and stuff. So I think that's really fucking cool. Because from what I can understand in this movie, they're kind of doing a thing where Candyman is transforming this guy, the guy Black Manta. Speaking of DC, who this actor that plays Black Manta, he's sort of like transforming him into the new Candyman. So I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, we got what's her name, Tiona Paris from WandaVision in the movie too. Huh. This is the only smart person in the whole fucking trailer. She's like, don't say that fucking name. Are you fucking stupid? Don't fucking say Candyman. Do not say it one more time. And the movie's like, don't say his name. They say it fucking 38 fucking times. Oh shit, he's got some stuff right here on his hand. He's got the bees. Are those bees? Or does he have the AIDS? Oh shit, he's got the Candyman. Either that or he's got the Corona. Oh shit, that's a Corona. Is Candyman the new coronavirus? Candyman isn't real. Just everybody's dying by hook-related injuries. But he's not real, alright? Oh, Tony Todd's voice in the background.
Candyman!
This looks good too. That looks good too. The Candyman movie looks amazing. A lot of people were under the misunderstanding that I thought this movie was gonna suck. I felt that the studio thought that this movie was going to suck because they weren't promoting it. They weren't doing any sort of marketing for it. We hadn't heard any news about it in over a year. And I get that there was a pandemic, but how hard would it have been to just drop something, you know? And finally they did. Finally they did, like literally a year later, but finally they did. But yeah, I'm fucking hyped for this movie. I can't wait for Candyman. Candyman looks like it's going to be a step up for this franchise. It looks like it's going to be an actual film. Like all of the Candyman movies, they all have their kind of charm and stuff, especially the first one, but none of them really looked as like cinematic and like as, you know, well done as this film does right here. This looks like they actually gave Jordan Peele, who is the producer, and they actually gave Nia DaCosta a good budget to make this fucking film because it looks really well done. It looks really well made, and I really am curious as to what they do with the Candyman. I like that they kind of did a thing to where Candyman again is like a spirit and he's embodying people and he's kind of not just one thing. He's kind of like this whole entire thing. Or as the character in the trailer said, Candyman ain't a bee, he's the whole hive. I thought that was kind of corny, but kind of cool. So I think that that's awesome that they're going in that direction for the film. And it also seems like they're going to be toying with the idea of like gentrification and like kind of like something or rather a neighborhood that you're familiar with not being what it used to be and stuff like that. So it looks like that they're going to be dealing with that a lot. And that's cool. I like that this film is going to have like a message, and you knew it was going to have a message. It's Jordan Peele, and all of his films have a sort of type of message and stuff like that. And I think it's honestly going to be a good movie. I mean, it feels like it has that Jordan Peele aesthetic, even though he's not directing it. You can tell that he creatively influenced this film a lot because it does have that Jordan Peele feel, especially the previous trailer that had that slow chopped and screwed version of Beyonce. It was like say my name, but it was like all slowed down and it was like say my name, say my name. Okay, maybe not like that, but you get what I'm fucking saying. Have you noticed that horror movies have been doing that? Like horror movies that are going to be kind of artsy and kind of like, you know, done by like an art tour director, they always kind of do like that slowed down like creepy version of like a pop song. Like for example, Promising Young Female, they did that the melody from the song Toxic, but they made it sound all creepy and slowed and stuff like that. I noticed that's been like a trend with a lot of these new horror movies, these new modern horror movies, that they kind of slow down a new beloved song that we like and they kind of try to terrorize us with it. Speaking of terrorizing people, we're gonna check out a new film from one of my personal favorite actors, a Mr. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is starring in a new film that is called Pig. It stars Nicolas Cage and Alex Wolfe, who comes out in Hereditary and a bunch of other movies. And yeah, this stars Nicolas Cage, and he plays a truffle farmer that loses his pig. And I'm not really sure which direction this movie is going to take. It kind of feels like it's going to take kind of like a John Wick direction, but maybe not, or maybe it's just kind of like an emotional journey as to why Nicolas Cage is so attached to this fucking pig. He seems to be playing like a kind of down and out chef that used to be like really famous, but kind of like maybe either lost his touch or kind of like got disgraced or something like that. Well, let's check out the trailer and let's see for ourselves. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This thing wants to act like a little bitch. Let me fix it real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It'll just be a second. Alright, I think I fixed it. Alright, there we go. Now we're in business. Let's check out the trailer for Pig, starring Nicolas Cage. I wonder if the pig has the Declaration of Independence like written on it somewhere, and that's maybe why Nicolas Cage wants it so bad. Or maybe that pig is in fact the Ghost Rider and it can walk between both worlds. Nicolas Cage just has like so many iconic lines, and I like that he's kind of like moved away from like big budget like films, and now he's kind of like doing these like indie art house type movies that have honestly like been better for his career and better for us that are like fans of Nicolas Cage. I mean, in the past couple years he's put out Mandy, Color Out of Space, Wally's World, or what is it, Willy's World, or Wally's, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, he's been steadily putting out like a lot of good like quality movies that are both like crazy but actually like kind of fucking good. And it looks like this movie's gonna follow in that path, and that it's gonna be both crazy and kind of fucking good. Yeah, so like I was saying, apparently he plays some sort of famous chef in this movie, because multiple times throughout this fucking trailer they mention like, yeah, tell him who you are, yeah. And I like that this film is made by like Neon. Neon is like a production company that's kind of like an A24. They're like the stepbrother version of like A24. Like they're like not as cool as A24, but like if it's all you got, you'll rock with it because like it's still kind of cool and they've made some pretty good movies. I think Neon is the studio that's actually behind the film Parasite. Yeah, I think they're the studio that's behind Parasite. I think they like use that all the time now. They're like the studio behind Parasite. Like, even if it's like a movie that has nothing to do with like Parasite, they're like the studio behind Parasite. Yeah, this looks like a crazy movie, man. I feel like they're setting it up to be sort of kind of like a horror / thriller movie. Like they're using like this real like kind of tension building like suspenseful like type music. I think it looks interesting. I'm always going to be interested in anything that Nick Cage does. I love Nick Cage as an actor. I think he just like kind of swings for the fences. He's one of those actors that like you can like both like ironically and unironically. I've said that multiple times on different podcasts and stuff like that, but Nick Cage is honestly one of like the weirdest fucking people that I've ever seen in my fucking life. And like just the way that he acts and the fact that he has a name for his acting style, which he calls Nouveau Shamanic, is just fucking insane. Everything about him is utterly fucking insane. I picture Nicolas Cage right now is sitting somewhere in a room that's like cherry black, you know, like black with like a red tint on it, and he's sitting in some like throne-like chair, and he has like a fucking like anaconda like draped on him, and he has like a fucking glass of wine, but it's like a skull, I mean it's like a black glass of wine, and he's like sipping the wine while like the snake just like slithers around him, and there's like smoke behind him for some reason, and he's just like, yeah. Yeah, I just picture him doing that, like listening to like classical music really loudly for some reason because he's a fucking weirdo. Yeah, that's what I picture Nicolas Cage is doing right now. But yeah, this movie Pig, it seems interesting. Initially, I thought that this was gonna be like a Tusk type movie where Nicolas Cage transforms into a fucking pig. It might fucking be that. Jesus fucking Christ. If Nicolas Cage transforms into a fucking pig in this fucking movie, I will give this movie all my fucking money. I will fucking make it my life's mission to fucking make sure that this movie is fucking nominated for a fucking Oscar if Nick Cage turned into a fucking pig in this movie. But I don't think that would be the case, because that would be too fucking awesome, and the universe would utterly fucking explode if they gave us a movie where Nick Cage turns into a fucking man pig. But yeah, this film seems like it's gonna be kind of a melodic, like slow burning, like drama with like some thriller elements. It looks like Nick Cage gets kind of intense there. It looks like he might even go like on a slight killing spree of some sort. It looks like he's gonna be doing something to get to the bottom of where his truffle pig is, because he looks like he's very fucking attached to that truffle pig. And yeah. But yeah, that looks interesting. It doesn't surprise me that Nick Cage wants to come out in a movie called Pig, in which he would probably possibly play a John Wick type character that's beating the living shit out of people for a pig. Alright, our next trailer is gonna be a trailer that honestly kind of like took social media by storm. Like, I was hearing about it all over the fucking place, and at first I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a fake trailer. I thought it was a like one of those, like, you know, like college humor videos, or maybe just like a bad SNL skit. So just like a SNL skit. But it turns out that this is actually a real fucking movie, in that yeah, they made Karen the movie, Karen the horror movie. They made a movie about Karen, you know, Karen. Everybody has a Karen in their life. Their name may not necessarily be Karen, but you know a woman in your life, and or man, there's male Karens too. We call those Chads. But this movie specifically about Karens, where everybody knows a woman in their life, for lack of a better word, is a utter fucking bitch and just kind of makes your life a living hell, and it's kind of like a stickler for their fucking rules and has like slight racial undertones for all my other minorities out there. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so BET of all fucking people up and went and made a fucking movie based on that. They made a movie based on a fucking meme. We are in that fucking stage in movie history where we're gonna start making movies based on fucking memes. Before we get into that, before we watch Karen, we're gonna get a quick word from our sponsors.
And now a word from our sponsors. The power of Viagra.
Alright, and we are back. Imagine if I talk like that. If I talk like a 1950s, 1940s radio host. Well, hey, ghouls and gals. Welcome to the Ryan.T Show podcast. Today, we're gonna be talking about Karen, the movie. Let's cue that trailer up and check it out. Yeah. Oh god, I'd fucking shoot myself in the fucking head if that's how I actually talk. Alright, let's take a bite of this shit sandwich. Shit sandwich brought to you by BET.
Guess this is a long way from East Point.
Baby, you just gotta give
Baby
it a
Boy,
chance.
24 hours a fucking day. What's with that? What's with BET and showing the movie Baby Boy 24 hours a fucking day?
Tell me
Do they
about
have,
your
like,
new
a deal with
neighbors.
Tyrese or
They're
something?
black. Do you mind keeping it down? If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Whoa! Karen! Whoa! Karen!
Somebody
Hold
sent home
on.
security
Karen coming out the
serious.
gate hot!
I am
She's
Karen
like, tell me
Drexler,
about
I'm your
your
neighbor.
They're black.
We need to be taking the trash
Jesus
cans
Christ.
off the curb right when the trash
This
is
either
picked
has
up.
to be like
Is she
a
nice?
super like
she's nice.
Wait a minute, we have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
Like
Karen.
this film's not taking
Enjoy
itself
yourself.
serious.
There she
or
is,
this
slaving
film is
away
taking
in the
itself serious,
kitchen.
And it's like trying to be a straight up
I've
like
come
Karen
across
horror
some
film.
very suspecting teenagers.
Suspect?
Can you please hurry up?
Girl.
Please, it's very aggressive. Yep.
I left my wallet with my ID at home. Leave us alone. We didn't do anything.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Would you mind stepping out of the car?
My office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her
Now I'm
brother.
gonna watch it just because I know it's
She
gonna be
doesn't like
fucking
black
terrible.
people.
Like, why would they allow anybody
black.
to make Karen the fucking movie?
I know,
What the
she
fuck is that about?
Doesn't like you either.
I want to sell the house.
What I do? You can't tell me, huh?
A lot of people have been saying that they ripped off Get Out, and I honestly
You went in
don't
her
think that
house?
they ripped off Get
You
Out.
wouldn't let
I
your
feel
wife
like they
know our
ripped
little
off
secret,
Blake
right?
Terrorist.
There's not standard police procedure back there.
What do we have here?
You got a hamper. Everything looks like nails.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth,
Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
But yeah, this movie reminds me of Lakeview Terrace. This movie was getting a lot of fucking shit. Oh God, there's Karen. Oh fuck, Karen, please, Karen, no. God, I don't know why that happened. Karen just like popped up on the screen right there. Karen, you can't talk. You can't ask to speak to the manager. I am the manager, Karen. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's hilarious to me that BET decided to make a Karen horror film. This film is going to be coming out this year, sometime this year, and I guess it's going to be coming out on BET. Is BET still a channel? I don't even watch cable anymore. Like, I couldn't even tell you what channel BET is. All I know is that they're playing Baby Boy right now. I guarantee you, if I look up what the BET is showing right now, they're going to be showing the Baby Boy, or they have showed Baby Boy. I'm looking it up right now. And I guarantee you, I'm looking it up right now. The BET TV schedule. I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up. I swear to God, if they play Baby Boy one time today, or have played it in the morning, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. Let me see. I'm looking at it right here. They played Baby Boy at fucking 10:30 a.m. yesterday. I fucking told you. They should just change the name of that fucking network to the fucking Baby Boy Network. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, the idea of this fucking movie is like utterly ridiculous and utterly fucking hilarious at the same time. And I honestly cannot wait to fucking watch it, but I will not pay a fucking cent to watch this fucking movie because it's Karen the fucking movie. Why would anybody pay any amount of money to watch this fucking movie? But yeah, I'm going to be reviewing this movie. I'm going to be getting some popcorn, a beer, and I'm going to be laughing my fucking ass off while I watch Karen call for the manager. It's hilarious. At one point in the fucking trailer, she's just like, "Don't make me call the manager." I find it also hilarious that everybody knows somebody like that in their life. Like you either are related to Karen, know a Karen, or if you don't think you know a Karen or are related to a Karen, you're the fucking Karen. So yeah, we all have a Karen in our life, and it's just hilarious that this is going to be immortalized on not the big screen, but BET nonetheless. Moving on to another movie that surprisingly doesn't look like it's gonna suck. The next trailer that we're gonna be watching is the trailer for Snake Eyes. And honestly, I don't give a fuck about G.I. Joe. Like, usually I don't give a shit about G.I. Joe or anything like that. But this film, the Snake Eyes movie, looks like it doesn't give a fuck about G.I. Joe. It looks like they kind of want to build their own universe and just kind of use G.I. Joe as kind of like the brand recognition for the show or for the series or for the films or the series of films, which is fine with me because this honestly looks fucking good, and it looks like they're gonna kind of do like a samurai world spin on G.I. Joe, and it looks like it's gonna be like samurais versus Cobra, which is fucking awesome to me. I feel like they should have did this a long fucking time ago because all of the live action G.I. Joe movies have been utter fucking shit. That movie with Channing Tatum and Marlon Wayans, shit. That movie with fucking Bruce Willis and who else came out in that G.I. Joe movie? All I remember he's like, call me Joe, G.I. Joe. But yeah, those movies were all terrible. All those movies were bad. But this actually looks good. This actually looks really good. Let's take a look at the Snake Eyes trailer and see oh shit, Snake Eyes. Shoot him! Change the motherfucker! He's dead. He killed that guy. Snake Eyes is a fucking murderer.
Push boy!
Boss wants to see you.
In trouble?
Fish boy!
This man betrayed our trust.
This man betrayed our trust.
Do it.
That's honestly.
Gotta get in my zone now!
You saved my life. We are going home.
I don't have a home.
Not yours. Mine. I can't change your past. But I can offer you a purpose. For 600 years, our ninja have brought peace to the world. I believe in you.
Alright, what do I have to do?
I gotta get in my zone now!
The 3 challenges of the warrior.
I'm on a new level!
Mario down there.
The 3 challenges in the what now?
If you survive, you will gain access to our knowledge and our power.
Cobra is coming.
What's Cobra?
A shadow organization devoted to global revolution. I've been following you for some time.
Anything fucking
I know
about
you?
G.I. Joe
I know
aside
you.
from that, they're like army
Snake
people and they
Eyes.
fight against each other.
I'm on a new level!
Join us.
I'm on a new level!
This is your destiny.
I'm on a new level!
Fucking sword. Snake Eyes doesn't talk though. I guess not. Goldie. We're gonna have him talk. Oh, and that's fucking final. You hear me? We're not gonna have him not talk throughout the fucking movie, and he's only gonna wear the helmet at the last fucking 10 minutes of the movie because we had Henry Golding from Crazy Rich Asians, and you know that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's not gonna get the costume till like way at the end of the movie, and that's fine. It's the Snake Eyes origin movie or whatever, or a G.I. Joe Origins story. They might not want to use that title. It gives me fucking Vietnam flashbacks of X-Men Origins, and we know how god awful that fucking was. Jesus Christ. God damn, I hadn't thought about X-Men Origins in so fucking long. Those movies were so fucking terrible, or that movie was so fucking terrible. The CGI of that movie alone was just fucking god awful. I remember they had that leaked version that came out before the movie came out, and it was just Hugh Jackman without the CGI, and it was just him going like that, like hitting the air, going like that. God damn it, man, those movies were fucking terrible. For a large portion of those X-Men movies were kind of fucking god awful, right? Like the only good ones were like what, X-Men United, and like Days of Future Past were good, right? And I want to say X-Men United was good. So like what, like 3 or 4 out of like the 20 fucking X-Men movies they made were good. It's not a good batting average, man. Alrighty. Speaking of moving on to franchises that have utterly 1,000 fucking movies, we're gonna talk about Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. And honestly, I'm excited for Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. I grew up with Courage the Cowardly Dog more so than Scooby-Doo, and watching the trailer for this, I watched the trailer prior to this, and I have to say I forgot like how dark Courage the Cowardly Dog was. Like mirroring a Scooby-Doo and Courage, it's interesting because they're polar opposite fucking characters, you know what I mean? Their shows are utterly different. Like, they're both set in, like, the supernatural and, like, the spooky or whatever, but Courage is... The stuff that Courage dealt with was, like, on a whole other scale compared to what Scooby-Doo dealt with. Scooby-Doo dealt with, like, things that weren't, like, actually real, like, just, like, people in rubber masks. Courage the Cowardly Dog actually dealt with real fucking aliens, real curses, real high-stakes level fucking shit, and he had to actually save his fucking family and actually the world, I think, a couple of fucking times. So yeah, it was really interesting. Like, I had to think about it. I was like, damn, the stakes were a lot higher on Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is an interesting fucking thing to say. So let's check out the trailer for Straight Out of Nowhere, a crazy motherfucker named Scooby-Doo and a motherfucking name Courage 2. We're gonna fucking solve a mystery and smoke a motherfucking fat dude. And motherfucking Scooby-Doo, where you at, dude? And here he is. I'm sorry, I had a mild brain stroke, and that's why I broke out into that corny 90s rap. I'm very sorry for that. Please do not die of cringe. But yeah, this looks good. I think this looks pretty cool. Like, the idea of them doing something together was pretty awesome. I mean, Scooby-Doo has already met every single other person, so why not? Why wouldn't he meet Courage the Cowardly Dog? They have to call Scooby-Doo and Courage. Eustace has to call Scooby-Doo a stupid dog. I won't be happy until he calls him a stupid dog. Until he's like, "Stupid dog, you made me look bad." Or whatever he does. Like, yeah, Scoob, the water's going up. There's big bugs, Scoob. I just find it so hilarious that they have a NWA fucking reference in a Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog movie. Like, what pot were they smoking that they were like, "Hey man, it would be fun if we put an NWA reference, right? Right? Yes, I guess." Ah! Yeah, this looks good, man. I mean, I'm really interested in this. This actually looks better than fucking Space Jam, which has like literally all the fucking characters. So yeah, I'm actually more excited for this than I am for the fucking Space Jam movie, which looks utterly fucking terrible. I have to say, man, I know I'm not even talking about the Scooby-Doo trailer here, but that Space Jam movie, god damn, does that look really fucking bad. Like, I was watching some of the trailers for the for that Space Jam movie, and dear fucking lord, LeBron James is clearly not a fucking actor. He's clearly a basketball player first, because he is god fucking awful in those trailers. Like, him acting opposite Don Cheadle, who's an actual decent actor, it's very clear that he is not cut out to be an actor. He's just like, huh? You took my son? What? He's in the internet? What? I'm gonna go to Toontown? Basketball? Oh, yeah, he's at that level. So yeah, I'm excited for Suicide Squad, Candyman, Pig, kind of for Karen, I guess. Snake Eyes was surprising for me. I'm really surprised for Scooby-Doo. I'm not gonna be happy to see Space Jam when I have to review that. All these trailers look really good. I'm really interested in seeing all these trailers, so it should be interesting to see when all these movies come out. I want to review all of them, so it should be pretty cool. Well, I'm Ryan T, and I'll see you in the next one.